music. Oh, okay. Right, I'll be with you in just a minute. Do need to sort some things out, like what I'm going to stream, but there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time to worry about that. Which place is my favourite to visit? Tell you a thing I've done for absolutely no reason but one. on the Jordan one, I photoshopped in an arch that said "Welcome to Jordan," and I've never pointed that out. Yeah, where's my favourite place to go? I was doing quite a powerful pose in Egypt there. Yeah, big fan of Jordan. Right, for God's sake, let's start the stream. Yeah. Oh, that's gone. That shouldn't be there. That shouldn't be there. That shouldn't be there. Oh, let's zoom. Oh no, everything's gone wrong. Well, not everything's gone wrong. Things are fine, I think. Things are fine. Oh, hello. Hello, Raiders. Oh no. Oh no. Has Catbox got you all fizzed up? Has Catbox got you all fizzed up? Catbox. Catbox. I hope the detective thing went well. Did you solve the cuckoldry? Yeah, you've got a bunch of fizzy lizzies now. Going over from Catbox. Thank you for giving Catbox a shout out. Oh, do you know what we could do? Hang on. Do you know what we could do? Is this feels like, you know, we've got a big raid from a steamed streamer, Catbox Man. Who you should all follow if you don't. I think everyone probably does, but if you don't, you should. I think we should celebrate by me doing this bit again, despite the fact I think it was met with wild disinterest the first time round. But why not? Why not? Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Let's do this bit again. Right. Okay. Let's see if this is. See if this. No, I fucked it up, King of Time, and I forgot to fix it. Anyone remember this bit? Yeah, my lips are fucked. Everything's fucked. Everything's fucked, and I'm going to do it. It's getting to the end of the month. I can't be bothered to keep fixing it. Okay, here we go. I don't care if Tuesday's blue, Tuesday's grey, and Tuesday too. Tuesday, I don't care about you. It's Tuesday. I'm in Shrek. Tuesday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, break my heart. Oh, Tuesday doesn't even start. It's Tuesday, I'm in Shrek. Tuesday, wait. And Tuesday always comes too late. But Tuesday, never hesitate. I don't care if Tuesday's black. Tuesday, heart attack. Tuesday, never looking back. It's Tuesday, I'm in Shrek. That's that bit. That's that bit. That's that bit. Glad I brought that out again, you know? Hi everyone. I hope you're well. I mean, it was subtly different to the last time I did it. It was subtly different. Not if you heard it last time I did it, Saga, no, because I think that was a different day of the week. Yeah, I forgot I fucked my camera. My track's head's gone very square.
Nothing about manga.
I don't really know about manga. No, it's a fair criticism, I think. And that's that awful Irish guy that Harry likes. Okay.
Watch out! It's Slippy.
This would be. Do I not know? Well, okay, yeah, I know. Actually, I don't know that much about manga. I don't know that much about manga, Sean. I mean, I know, you know, I know mainly from that episode of Coronation Street about Akira Toriyama. Yeah, okay, I know something. I've heard of Dragon Balls, Pokemon. That's technically a manga, right? Power Rangers was Power Rangers the thing? It doesn't matter. Yeah, it was summer. I don't think I want to do Croctober. I'm vaguely aware. I don't know that much about manga. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? I did I said I'd do a Shrek 2 stream, but I think I'm probably one of the few streamers on Shrek. I'm one of the few streamers where Shrek 2 could mean one of two things. Should I do a poll? Should I do a poll the way to decide this? Should I do a poll to decide between my two? I'm watching the UK's biggest cake off right now, so I'll give. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Do you know what? I forgot. Bake Off existed. When I look all the way to the left, yeah, this is. Oh no, hang on. The left's what? Here, here, like here. Oh, sorry. You're watching the UK's biggest cake off. My left, not stage left. Our left. Hang on. Where are you? Hang on. Where are you? Well, over here. Where I'm looking now. Where I look most of the time. Yeah, Shrek doesn't turn his head that much, right? It is scary. I'm sorry. It's not an ideal setup, to be honest. Yeah, that's the problem with Shrek. You never see him move his head. It's only ever his face. Yeah, I don't know if you watch the films back. That's what I think. That's quite jarring to notice. That Shrek's face moves. Anyway, what? Which Shrek 2 stream? But I also think it's weird to look directly into the camera. Is that not unsettling as well when I'm dressed as Shrek? Now it would be funny just to write the options as Shrek 2 and Shrek 2. But I'm not going to do that because I think polls should be serious. I don't think that's true, Bread Santa. I think in many ways we should hide the script from King of Time. Yes, I could have done STFU or STGT, but I think that might have been confusing to people. Okay, the script has taken an early lead. It's being pegged back. It's being pegged back. Yes, no. What King of Time doesn't know about it. So, well, King of Time, I'm trying to protect you. Keep care to. Yeah, I agree with you. Just checking there was a Shrek manga. Shrek the manga. I'm not curious about it, Katie. It's not even really a script at this stage. It's more a kind of disconnected list of horrible ideas. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the characterization of that character did actually come from Chat GPT and not me. Oh, is that everyone? Are we doing the script? Are we doing the script? Oh no. Oh no. You'd read Shrek the manga? Yeah, that was a good bit. That was a good bit, JC. Right, let me see if I saved it. Let me see if I saved the script. I did save the script. It's just I need to find where it is. People conspired to tie the pole. What do I do now? Well, do you know what? This is great. This is ideal. This is basically what I wanted to happen. It's an outbreak on the UK's biggest cake off. There's some drama. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Dr. Platinum. Yeah, is we'll do half and half. We'll do half and half. I reckon. I'm broadly avoiding. No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's probably because they've already voted. It's because they've already voted. They're being cheeky. I should apply for Cake Off. Do you know what, Harry? And this is more deviation. If I was living in Finland, I was genuinely thinking of applying for Finnish Bake Off because the standard is quite low. And I'm not actually good at baking, but I reckon I could have got through a couple of weeks. I clear up on carrot. We're not now oracles in the game. Yeah, Finland's bigger. Yeah, it's called Everyone in Finland Bakes. That's what it's called. Sister just got a job in Finland. Congratulations to Catbox's sister. Unless they didn't want a job in Finland, in which case I'm sorry. I can't help. I don't live in Finland anymore. I don't live in Finland anymore. I'm not answering their government's calls. Now I reckon we'll play the game. There's less people, I guess, King of Time. Yeah, well done, Catbox's sister. Right, what was the result of the poll game? Get the game up. Yes, Catbox. If I can help, I'm happy to. Wow. Look at this abuse in the chat. Look at this abuse. And all I did was ignore democracy. Thanks, Harry. I can't heart. I can't heart. Got Catbox's support. I got Catbox's support. It was not really self-care. I offered you the choice and then ignored it. Oh, okay, Harry. Get back to the cake off. The cake off's not Scott. Okay, we'll talk about this later, Harry. We'll talk about this later. So I can't get anything to work now. Okay. Oh, that's not what. I thought I'd optimised a window for this, but no. Despite there aren't any allegations on the Catbox. There aren't any allegations. What's up? What's up, King of Time? No, the original hardware works. Hang on, I can play the game. If I wanted to play, don't think this is because I can't play the game. Don't think I can't play the game. Oh, I need to tidy this up. No. Oh, all right, maybe it is because I can't play the game. Oh, there we go. Don't think it's not right there. I've got the GameCube plugged in. Oh, it's this guy. You're right, we're not actually going to play the game, but look, it's important for you to know I could have done. Okay. Okay. Let's what we'll do. Let's get this window tightened up for a start. We don't need this bit, and then we can make this bit bigger, and then people can read. People can read what we're writing. Probably don't need this bit at the top where it tells you I'm using the default Chat GPT. Okay, how's this? Pop this chat over here, which you can't really read. I need to put a box under that. Okay. So I think we've done some work, haven't we? Do people need a recap? I don't know why you're humming about, KOT. I don't know what this is about, you know? Oh God, hang on. Right, sorry. Let me just get this fixed. Okay, great. Let's get this isn't a game. You voted for script. So the weird thing about the film Shrek, right? They made the film Shrek in 2001, Shrek 2001. It was quite popular, but for some reason they never made a sequel. They never made a sequel to Shrek. Even though I don't know why. Politics, probably politics. So you know, I thought we could correct cinema's greatest mistake. We could write a Shrek 2, if you will. A Shrek 2 with with suggestions from you, the audience. Right, okay, let's just get this in a separate doc so that we can flip between the two when we need to. That's higher than me. Oh no. There we go, perfect. Okay. So yeah. So we've got a name. It's called Shrek 2 Fairy Tale Unleashed. Or Shrek 2 Fairy Tale Unleashed STFU. That's what it's called. We had a long chat with Chat GPT about whether that was an appropriate name, and Chat GPT said it was. Now these are the main plot points. Actually, let's have a look at some of the characters. We've got our villain. King of Time, the Plain Wizard. It is worth pointing out that ChatGPT did generate a lot of these suggestions. I think that everyone in Shrek 2 Fairy Tale Unleashed STFU is a fictional character, and any similarities to any persons, living or dead, are coincidental. ChatGPT just generated all this. King of Time. Would you like me to read about the King of Time? Okay, so King of Time has a deliberately plain and unremarkable appearance, which contrasts with the colourful and eccentric fairy tale characters in the Shrek universe. He wears simple drab robes and a plain wizard's hat. His facial features are unassuming, and he often goes unnoticed in a crowd. King of Time presents himself as a seemingly boring and uninteresting individual. He's soft-spoken and unassuming, often blending into the background. However, beneath his unremarkable exterior lies a cunning and devious mind. He's highly intelligent and possesses a wicked sense of humour. King of Time is a master of manipulation and subterfuge, using his unassuming demeanour to his advantage. King of Time's motivation for villainy could stem from a desire for power, recognition, or revenge. He may harbour a grudge against the fairy tale characters, or seek to disrupt the harmony and happiness they found in the fairy tale kingdom. Despite his plain appearance, King of Time is a formidable antagonist. He may use his magical abilities to create chaos in the fairy tale kingdom, attempt to steal the ogre marriage certificate, or concoct schemes to undermine the main characters. His plans often backfire due to his overconfidence or the interference of the main characters, leading to comical and entertaining outcomes. Overall, King of Time's character adds a unique and unexpected dimension to the film, with his plain appearance serving as a clever disguise for his villainous ambitions. Also, sleepiness. King of Time is constantly battling drowsiness and often falls asleep at inopportune moments, such as during important meetings or while casting spells. His sleepiness can be attributed to his obsession with maintaining meticulous records and paperwork late into the night. Quirks. He may have a tendency to nod off while speaking, leading to awkward pauses in conversation. He's often seen carrying a cup of strong enchantment-fused tea or coffee to combat his sleepiness. So he's tired. He doesn't like Donkey because they're too exciting. He might become more interesting, but then what I really want here is ChatGPT did generate a few catchphrase ideas for King of Time. A lot of people were big fans of "Don't talk to me until I've had my plain coffee," or "Predictability is the spice of life." "I prefer paperwork to magic any day." "Magic is overrated. Bureaucracy is the true power." "Everything in his place, and every place with a label." And then simplify, systematize, sterilize, which I think the merchandising people will be all over. The wizard's not single because the wizard has a sidekick. He's called the McMaster, or choose a different name if preferred. He dresses in plain outdated attire and wears 2 or 3 mobile phones on his belt. He has a peculiar habit of wearing shirts with his own name on them. He's remarkably unenthusiastic and has a monotone speaking style, often discussing mundane details at length. He dislikes his expensive car, but is unable to articulate why, leading to comically vague complaints. He insists on eating only 2 or 3 specific meals, and takes great pleasure in reviewing them in excruciating detail, regardless of the situation. The McMaster's interactions with King of Time reflect their shared penchant for dullness. They may engage in lengthy discussions about paperwork or organisational methods. By making both King of Time and the McMaster equally boring in their own ways, you create a unique and comedic dynamic where their shared dullness becomes a source of humour in the story. Great. Okay. So just have a quick look over the plot points. So King of Time is trying to steal Shrek and Fiona's marriage certificate. Brackets, possibly due to envy of their unplain marital relations. Shrek accidentally tears himself in half while competing at the Goatsy Olympics and had to try and repair himself. B plot. Donkey attempts to travel back in time to try and stop 9/11 from happening, but accidentally makes it 10 times worse. At the end of the film, Donkey travels back in time, visits the Lincoln Memorial, and sees that Abe Lincoln is now Shrek. Cut to credits. Indeed, a comedic mix-up involving Shrek and Fiona's safe word being the same as King of Time's secret word, potato, could lead to hilarious and unexpected situations in the film. This mix-up could occur when King of Time attempts to enforce predictability and order in their lives, not realizing the significance of the word potato to Shrek and Fiona. And then there's more detail on that. So I think that's what we've got so far. I think we've got a brief layout of the film. I think we really do need to maybe get some of the details in. But there's an opening montage set to Smash Mouth's cover of Dance Monkey. showcasing the characters' daily lives. We get an introduction to King of Time. We get Shrek and Fiona in the swamp, Donkey's time travel attempt, Clash with King of Time, Donkey's in-flight entertainment mishap, King of Time's jealousy, montage of comedic mishaps, something about the master, the stretchy gauntlet challenge, the tearing incident, Shrek attempts to repair himself, climactic showdown, King of Time's transformation, Donkey's time travel finale, credits, and then post-credit scene optional. Oh, fuck. I've not updated that. I've not updated that, but if people do want to force something into that, if people do want to force a suggestion in, I will do it for John Madden rules. So any donations of £2, 200 bits, or a sub or gifted sub, and you can force something into the script. Right, should we get Chat GPT to do something? Let's ask what we should do. What do you think we should do next to progress with our script? Are you not subbed, Harry? What revenge?
Catching.
Oh, no problem, Harry. Oh, Harry, you're subbed. Thank you to... Oh, it's Funky Mr. Chicken. Oh, thank you, Funky Mr. Chicken, for gifting Harry a sub. I did think about doing something for the person that gifts the most subs in a month, but then I thought that would just be encouraging people to give subs, which I suppose I do want, actually. Maybe I will revisit that. Yeah. Funky Mr. Chicken can force something in. Could be a character, could be a plot point, just something into the doc. Are you not generating anything? Come on. Maybe I need to refresh. You have no idea you're assembling a vacuum cleaner. Okay. Hang on. Let's,
Catching.
Oh, thank you for the sub.
Can there be a scene about assembling a vacuum cleaner?
Yes, it down. Can it? Yeah, sure. Yeah, there could be a scene about a vacuum cleaner. Why is this not working? Can there be a scene about assembling a vacuum cleaner? Okay. All right. Something's gone wrong. Oh, fuck. What's going on here? Maybe I just need to refresh this. It wouldn't have happened if I hadn't respected democracy. I don't know. I don't know King of Time. It was something Josie asked about. Sorry, I'm just going to see if this works. ChatGPT might be wobbling. Yeah, it's how. Yeah, exactly. And ChatGPT couldn't quite do it. Is what we found out. That was what we found out. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. Okay. Hello. Yeah, these days it would be, wouldn't it? It's gone. No films have gone yoke. We do seem to be having issues with ChatGPT. Do seem to be having ChatGPT issues. Yeah, let's have a look at it. Oh, thank you, Bread Sensor. Paddy McGuinness competing at the okay, yeah, more depth on the Goatsy Olympics scene. That's what I was really hoping for, Bread Sensor. That's what I was really hoping for. Although this is bad for script writing, because ChatGPT is not working. Will a new chat work? Does this work? Not looking good. Not looking good. Yeah, I was literally trying that before I saw the message, JC. Though, in my experience of doing stuff with ChatGPT, it doesn't do that. It's happy just to carry on. Is ChatGPT down? Operating normally. It's not. It's going slow. Maybe that's what it was, Josie. Yeah. Got to halt all production on. This was the film that broke the strike. They were like, we've got to get back to work. If they bring out the sequel to Shrek, we're finished. I don't know. What they're doing is here. It feels like ChatGPT is just down. Any chance of a script? Oh yeah, you're not even letting me click. Not even letting me click. Yeah, so if you're trying to use it, okay, well this could be a bust. What we could do is we could do a little bit of Shrek game. We could do a little bit of Shrek game, and then we'll see whether this is working. We'll see whether this is working in a minute. Because it does seem like it's down. So why don't we let's do a little bit of Shrek game. Do a little bit of Shrek game. And then we can come back. Don't worry, everyone's ideas will be logged. Everything will be... I will make a note of all the Shrek quests, Joseph. Text, I'll do it now. I'll do it now in the doc. Hang on. So I've had. Can there be a scene about assembling a vacuum cleaner? Let's put this. I've closed the thing, but that is now on that's in the doc. And then Bread Santa gave us a wonderful suggestion that I'm not going to read out again. I don't think I need to read it out again. I think we just remember what it was. Oh, what was Funky Mr. Chicken's suggestion? I'll just remember it. Or let's not rule this out. Forget it. I don't know who Sutton Foster is, but that doesn't stop it going in. That doesn't stop it going in. Maybe whoever shut down the Discord. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry to anyone who was expecting some Darwin tonight, but Darwin's been struggling with his modem, I think. Right, are we in? Oh yeah, okay, great. Well, Ogre Killer. Sounds dramatic.
After a long day of saving fried chicken, stopping an inner-city ride, and helping a wannabe princess get her shopping done,
I'm glad
our
we're
hero
recapping.
headed back to the king's castle for a good night's sleep. Poor Shrek's evening would take a turn for the worse as he stumbled across Fiona's childhood diary. A devastated Shrek spent the night reading about Princess Fiona's dream of marrying a handsome prince with washboard abs, a chiseled chin, impeccable hygiene. In short, the anti-Shrek. Tired of being green and feeling ugly, Shrek decided to take a walk in the woods as his friends tried to cheer him up.
Now, the ogre.
Who the hell is this?
From Puss in Boots. Feel my Caroline tails.
Oh, it's another rhythm. Okay, it's hero time.
Ogre power!
Okay, we're kicking a cat.
Huh, you're very soft.
This is weird.
I will chop you into salsa.
This is odd, isn't it?
Woo, my hood's gonna be barking tonight.
Stream sponsored by the Shrekanaut for £5. Create a character named Cat in Clog, who had eczema and IBS. They also lived to yodel.
Alright, only heard some of that, but it sounded horrific. Oh god. Oh, ow. Okay, here we go. Yeah, as always, thank you to whoever that was.
Time to pay the gingerbread.
Can everyone in chat please thank whoever it was who just presumably donated? I'm stuck in rhythm game hell.
Unidentified finder. Coming your
Oh
way.
no, that's X. Oh, sorry, I got.
Feel my Caroline tails.
This is tedious, isn't it?
If it ain't broke, break it!
Oh, he's dead.
One life down, 8 to go. Stand still.
No.
I need to maim you.
There's a very good chance he literally has 9 lives, right? Oh no.
Yeah, pin the tail on your face.
Yeah, pin the tail on your face. What, a cat's famous 3 lives, Gobelon?
You my gingery rat!
I forget which button's X and which button's Y without looking, alright?
Oh, did that hurt?
Okay, the Riding is Dead Riding Hood. Ow! Oh, Shrek's dead now!
I am muy macho, no?
Oh, this is bad. I'm going to start this again, aren't I? Didn't know it would be a rhythm game.
Donkey power hurts, don't it?
Yeah, donkey power hurts, don't it?
Stand still. I need to maim you.
Well, yeah, but he fell down, did it? You're the only one here that's been a Shrek villain, so I'll trust that you know what you're talking about. You do get quite a wide window to press the button, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm kicking your butt.
Kicking his butt.
One cannot live la vida loca forever.
That's true.
Embark.
Oh no, we're back again.
Face of danger.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a Guitar Hero controller. I've got presumably a legal normal GameCube controller that I'm using. I should have shown you the GameCube on stream, shouldn't I, so you knew it was real. Oh! Come on, Donkey. Oh no.
Welcome to your dark nightmare.
Okay.
Time to pay the gingerbread man.
It's time to pay the gingerbread man, yeah. What were you paying a gingerbread man for? I'm not sure.
Take that.
Oh, he's back again. I'm gonna question their wisdom of just not attack all at once. Oh, Donkey's dead!
Take that.
What, Tony Flags? It's gonna be really annoying if I
Take that.
lose that.
Now, ye ogre, pray for mercy from who's in boots.
Fuck.
Feel my Caroline tails.
Okay. Go on, give him a kick, Shrek. Kick him! Kick him! Look, I'm probably just throwing for content like a good streamer would do. Donkey, move to the side! No, kick him, Donkey, kick him!
Tail on you. Surprise! Olé!
Yep, surprise. Okay. Yeah, F's in the chat for the gingerbread man.
Watch out for my ginger snap! Punch sucky!
You would think it's implausible that the gingerbread man would beat the cat in a fight.
Hunker.
How do you like them apples?
No, this is the problem I had before.
Right.
Okay,
Feel my Caroline tails.
this cat sounds like my sat-nav. Yeah, can you tell me what he says, King of Time?
Ogre smash!
Okay, he's dead. He's dead, it's over. Oh no!
One life down, 8 to go. Stand still. I need to maim you.
Oh no, I wasn't. I was looking at the chat. I was looking at the chat. No, Donkey's dead. That is what he said. That's what I said last time. Stop! I've got to stop looking at the chat. Why am I looking at the chat? This is not the time to show off how competent a streamer I am by failing at a children's game.
You mess with Bruce, you get the boot.
He did say meow, yeah.
Heads up.
Yeah, we go kick him.
I am muy macho, no?
This is a stupid level.
I'm a green, mean fighting machine. I'm bigger than you.
He is bigger than him, to be fair, right? Donkeys.
Stand still. I need to maim you.
Thank you, Giga Time. I obviously can't read the chat, but I trust that those are accurate.
You my gingery rat.
And we don't have the actual Spanish expert in the chat to confirm if you're right or not. Stand still, I need to baby. No, I think this is the script. Dr. Pan. I could. ChatGPT wouldn't work, so I'm going to try it again in a minute.
Apple strudel.
Did she just say apple strudel? Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Cannot live.
Oh, he's not
alone
dead.
Forever. Agar. Ha! I lack the face of danger.
Oh shit.
Feel the wrath of Bruce and his mighty boots.
Time to pay the gingerbread man.
You haven't missed any gameplay though, Dr. Pan. It has just been this. I did get very close to this last time. Oh shit.
Take that.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is feeling. This is like deja vu, but again. It's like deja vu, but for the second time, right?
Did that hurt?
Stop! Don't taunt him, Gingerbread Man. Don't taunt him. You idiot! You idiot! Fuck.
Now, ye ogre, pray for mercy from Puss in Boots.
No. Right, look. I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to go to the toilet. It was like Deja 2, Bread Santa, yeah. It was like Deja Vu, but again. I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to go to the toilet. I need to check whether Chat GPT works. Yeah, I don't know, Blady. I don't know. Yeah, why aren't we all just attacking him? Yeah, it's right. I'm gonna go and give myself a talking to. I'll be back in a minute. I'll also maybe check if ChatGPT is working. I'll be back in a minute. Hi everyone, I'm here. I'm here. I'd also like to thank Shrek-a-naut, who I was busy when they donated. But thank you. Your idea will be going in the doc. The Shrek head. Right. Okay. Let's get back. Let's go back to here. Look. I've got relatively exciting news. I think ChatGPT is working again. But the bad news is, I obviously need to finish this bit. Obviously we're not doing the thing we all want to do until I beat this stupid cat.
I'll stuff you like haggis. I'm a green, mean fighting machine.
I will chop you into salsa.
Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with my rhythm
How's that
skills.
hoof taste?
Oh,
How's that hoof taste? Olé!
I can't imagine a movie about a cat.
Time to pay the gingerbread man.
Yes, you get quite a generous window to each button.
You my gingery rat!
Easy as apple pie.
How easy is apple pie?
I'll turn you into applesauce.
Right.
One life down, 8 to go.
Okay, well that's bad news, isn't it? Right, hang on, I'm back. Hey, B. A. B. A. B. Y. I'm not going to say them all.
Guess you need to learn the hard way.
Did if anyone read King of Time Translation, did it give any hints? Did it give any suggestions about what we should do?
You mess with Bruce, you get the boot.
I don't know about that.
Punch sucky! Ginger snap!
I don't think I'm ever particularly more stressed by cooking a food that could poison someone.
I am muy macho, no?
Taste the hard knock life.
Right, no one's died yet, which is
That's
good.
it. I need to maim you.
I need to maim you. He's got issues, isn't he? This is what cats are like, though, right? I mean, I like cats. Don't get me wrong, a cat lives here.
One cannot live la vida loca forever. Anger! Ha! I lack the face of danger.
But they're little killing machines, aren't they?
Donkey power hurts, don't it?
Oh god, I'm going to look at what you've written now. Oh, I tried to guess. I tried to go look at. You tried to guess and look at the chat.
Feel the wrath of Bruce.
That is a shame. That is a shame, Joseph. You know what confused me about this before and why I died?
Don't get on an
The timing
ogre
does
bad
change
side.
as it goes on, right? The windows get smaller, which is like feels unfair for a like, and not like I don't mean that it gets quicker. I mean that it like the rules of which bit it has to be in to count change.
Pin the tail on you.
It's not a very consistent game, is what I'm saying. Oh, Donkey's dead. Donkey's dead. I think so, yeah. I think it's a leaf worm, yeah. Does anyone remember leaf worms? Gonna hit him, maybe? He really doesn't need one hit. There we go.
Well, you've been a bad little kitty.
Please, do not terminate
Thanks,
me.
Sean.
I can take you to the Grande Fairy Madre. She is the answer to all your problemas.
Success! I don't think Italians are oppressed. I didn't see the full context for that. Yeah, IRL's in the chat if you do remember leaf worms. Right, 28% to the game now. We're saving, we're not doing fucking that again. Sorry, Joe, I don't know if you're watching, I just had a very stressful battle with Puss in Boots.
Victory is my destiny.
What do we want to do? Do we want to carry on? Do we want to walk the? Oh, that was that bit. Oh, that was that bit's done now. Right, that bit's done. We've done ogre. The ogre killer was the cat. We can walk the path. We can go to. We can see if the script will work now. Does anyone have any opinions? Many people are hooked on the game now. Red Centuries.
I want to move to an island and be a surfer or something.
The script. So we've got the game on now. Yeah, I reckon I'll speak for some minorities. You name me a minority. No, don't name me a minority. Okay, we've got some ideas. Yeah, sorry, KOT, it does. Okay, I asked what we should do next to write the script. They've suggested outline the plot, write the script, refine characters, create dialogue, work on visual gags, develop visuals, review and edit, continue collaborating, stay true to Shrek universe, consider professional help. Which I think is, I think that's harsh. I think that's harsh but fair considering what we've written so far. Yeah, 10 rules for every writer, Josie, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so fine. Can we see an outline of the plot? See if it remembers. We'll just check if it remembers. Oh, okay, yeah. Great. Okay, this is giving us acts. This is giving us a nice 5-act structure. Let's see if it will just give us a script. See if it will give us a script. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Josie. Right, Act 1, the arrival of King of Time brackets Coyote. Okay, just really dive right in there. Okay, we've already had an opening montage to the tune of Smash Mouth's version of Dance Monkey. Okay, exterior swamp morning. A peaceful and picturesque swamp is bathed in the warm morning sunlight. Birds chirp and fairy tale creatures go about their daily activities. Interior Shrek's house kitchen morning. Shrek, voiced by Square Brackets voice actor, and Fiona, voiced by Square Brackets voice actress, are seen preparing breakfast together. Donkey, voiced by Square Brackets voice actor, is munching on a pile of waffles. Fiona, it's a perfect day in our perfect swamp. You said it, Shrek. Nothing could go wrong. Suddenly, a loud rumbling noise interrupts the tranquility. A peculiar sight fills the sky as a plain and unimpressive carriage descends from the heavens, causing a gust of wind that disrupts everything. Whoa! What in fairyland is that? Shrek, Donkey and Fiona watch in bewilderment as the carriage lands nearby. Yeah. Plain and unimpressive carriage. That's how King of Time travels. How long is this script? Oh, okay, this is actually very short. We may need to get it to flesh it out. That's fine. Greetings, Fairy Tale World. Also, the directions for King of Time are stepping out of the carriage, comma, monotone. Greetings, Fairy Tale World. I am King of Time, and I have arrived to bring order and predictability to your chaotic lives. Actually, you talk more monotone, wouldn't you? What in the world's going on? I have no idea, but this can't be good. And then Donkey says, you think he's here for the waffles? I doubt it, Donkey. I think we're in for a very unpredictable day. King of Time continues to make announcements to the fairy tale world as the bewildered characters look on. King of Time holding a plain sign that reads, predictability now. Prepare yourself for the era of chaos is over. Predictability shall reign supreme. A squirrel wearing a party hat chatters in confusion. Is it squirrel party time? The other squirrel shrugs. The fairy tale world braces itself for a new era as King of Time's carriage hovers ominously in the sky. This script sets the stage for the arrival of King of Time and the disruption it brings to the peaceful swamp. It introduces the character and the sense of bewilderment that will drive the humour and conflicts in Act 1. You can use this starting point and continue to develop the story and humour in subsequent acts. They really have, Jesse, yeah. Also, hello Albrot. It is indeed Shrink. I think we could. Can we flesh out the character of Squirrel? Oh, we are fleshing him out. Okay. His name's Squeaky. He's a small, energetic squirrel with wide, curious eyes. He has a distinctive tuft of fur on his head that sticks up like a small crane. Okay, yeah, he's just a normal squirrel, isn't he? Yeah. Where in the film can we fit in a scene about assembling? I've got to get these in, haven't we? Vacuum cleaner. I don't think I'm going to be holding auditions, to be honest. Okay, a scene involving the assembly of a vacuum cleaner could be incorporated into the film as a humorous moment when King of Time (KOT) attempts to bring order and predictability to the fairy tale world. Here's one possible scenario. Scene: the vacuum cleaner assembly. Location: King of Time's newly established headquarters in the fairy tale world. King of Time has set up a plain and orderly office filled with stacks of paper, filing cabinets, and various cleaning supplies. He stands in front of a disassembled vacuum cleaner, which is a stark contrast to the whimsical surroundings. Why would it be nepotism, Gobbler? I'm not gonna give it to I'm not gonna just give it to like someone's son. Admittedly, I'll stick to the same 6 people I've used for that I've had read things before, probably. Yeah, no, actually, Gobbler, you're probably right. You're probably right. But I'd argue this isn't really the acting industry. I think I'm doing people a favour by not casting them. Right? Yeah, I think you could be. I think you could be right, JC. Although they've got different surnames. So actually, not sure. Okay, script: King of Time (KOT) monotone. To achieve predictability, one must start with cleanliness. I shall assemble this vacuum cleaner to maintain order. King of Time begins assembling the vacuum cleaner, following the instructions meticulously. However, each step is marked by awkward fumbling and confusion. Do you think so, JC? The instructions are too unpredictable. Why can't they be straightforward? As King of Time attempts to attach a hose, it comically squirts water all over him. Squeaky, which remember is the squirrel, what's he doing now? It looks like King of Time is attempting to conquer the world of household appliances. Donkey snickers, and Fiona stifles a laugh. Yep, water, Albright, yep. This should be good. As King of Time continues his vacuum cleaner assembly, he accidentally activates it, and it starts moving around the room, sucking up papers and causing chaos. King of Time panicking. Unpredictable! Squeaky joins the chaos, riding on top of the out-of-control vacuum cleaner while clutching a shiny, distracting trinket. This is fun. The scene ends with the fairy tale characters trying to regain control of the wild vacuum cleaner, highlighting the absurdity of King of Time's attempts at predictability. There you go. See, King of Time knows. It's his vacuum, right? So that's got to be right. Actually, can we change the character of Squeaky to be Cat in Clogs, who has emphysema and IBS? They also live to yodel. There we go. Suggestion in. Right, here's the updated character that was previously known as Squirrel. Is that true, JC? To be honest, they probably won't make the final cut. Probably won't get the final cut. I haven't decided what we'll do. I think maybe we'll get a full... We could get a full... It might be nice to get a full script and then do a full read-through. Although maybe that wouldn't be nice. Okay, we've got Cat in Clogs. They're a quirky and unique character who also wears a pair of oversized wooden clogs. They're very good and they're such great value. Yeah, that is a good point. I won't be paying anyone. The distinctive appearance with colourful mismatched clothing and a hat adorned with jingle bells. Cat in Clogs is known for their unpredictable and comical behaviour. Is that true, Josie? Personality, Cat in Clogs is eccentric and free-spirited, embracing the unpredictable and quirky aspect of life. They have a passion for yodeling and will break into yodeling at any moment, regardless of the situation. Despite having emphysema and IBS, they maintain a positive and cheerful outlook on life. Cat in Clogs is a resident of Shrek Swamp, known for their spontaneous yodeling and penchant for adding an element of surprise to any situation. No, Goblin, it's actually worse. They're paying me to get ideas. They're paying me to get ideas into the script. They become a recurring character who frequently interacts with Shrek, Fiona, Donkey, and other main characters, often bringing humour and unexpected moments to the story. Well, we've got one now, bro. Cat in Clog's spontaneous yodeling outburst that catches other characters off guard and has a touch of whimsy to the story. Great. Okay, they're going to bring a fresh and zany element to the story. So thank you to whoever's suggestion that was. And actually, while we're doing it, let's write. What was the other suggestion we had? Oh, for God's sake! See what it says. Certainly. Here's how you can incorporate a scene where Paddy McGuinness competes at the Goatsy Olympics in Shrek 2 Fairy Tale Unleashed STFU. Scene: Paddy McGuinness at the Goatsy Olympics. Location: the Grand Arena of the Goatsy Olympics, a whimsical and exaggerated sports event in the fairy tale world. Okay, the voice actors are all in there. Okay, we've got a script. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grand Goatsy Olympics. We've got a special guest today, none other than the one and only Paddy McGuinness. The crowd erupts in cheers as Paddy McGuinness, voiced by voice actor, enters it. So Paddy's not playing himself, which I think is a good move. I think that's a good move. Enters the arena, sporting a cape and big smile. Paddy McGuinness, brackets, addressing the crowd with his signature humour. Cheers, everyone. I've heard this is the place for a right good challenge. The Goatsy Olympics consist of outrageous and comically exaggerated events. Paddy McGuinness joins in the festivities, competing alongside other colourful characters. Event 1, the Stretchy Gauntlet. Which, by the way, I don't think we suggested at all. I think the Stretchy Gauntlet is entirely ChatGPT's invention. Jack Fiona and Donkey watches Paddy McGuinness lines up for the Stretchy Gauntlet. Contestants must navigate a series of hilarious and stretchy obstacles. Shrek says this should be interesting. He's in for a wild ride. And then Paddy says, well, this is a proper stretch. And that's the end of that bit. We're on to event 2, the Pie in the Sky High Dive. And then in the next event, contestants must perform a high dive into a pie-filled pool. Paddy McGuinness takes his turn executing a dramatic and comedic dive. The crowd are chanting Paddy, Paddy, Paddy. Yeah, that's a good point. Good time. Paddy emerges from the pie-filled pool covered in whipped cream and cherries to a thunderous applause. Now that's what I call a proper splash. The Goatsy Olympics continues with more outrageous events, keeping the audience entertained and laughing. This scene adds a humorous and entertaining element to the film, with Paddy McGuinness making a cameo appearance at the Goatsy Olympics, showcasing his signature humour and comedic talent. It also provides an opportunity for the main characters to enjoy the whimsical festivities of the fairy tale world. Are you happy with that, Bread Santa? Just see what it says here. Okay, the choice of who should play Paddy McGuinness in Shrek 2 Fairy Tale Unleashed would depend on the production's casting intentions and availability of actors in the time of productions. Here are a few actors who can potentially capture the humour and personality of Paddy McGuinness. 1. Paddy McGuinness himself. If Paddy McGuinness is interested and available, he could voice his own character in the film, bringing his unique comedic style to the role. 2. Nick Frost. 3. James Corden. Or 4. Jack Whitehall. Would it make sense to cast a different voice actor for the US release? Yeah, I want to see Jack Whitehall Paddy. Right, okay, so there are reasons. Okay, so who could be cast as the American Paddy? Hello, Harry. Okay, who got some suggestions? Here's a few American actors who could be suitable for the role. Kevin Hart, Billy Eichner, John Mulaney, Tammy McBride, or Ken Jeong. Harry, Paddy has a cameo competing at the Goatsy Olympics. How might Paddy's... I'm looking at it in a minute, thank you. How would Paddy's dialogue change if he was voiced by a combination of Jack Whitehall and Ken Jeong? Oh, thanks, Harry, for gifting a sub. Okay, here's how we this is how we would combine the comedic styles of Jack Whitehall and Ken Jeong for Paddy McGuinness's character in Shrek 2 Fairy Tale Unleashed STFU. That sounds good, Harry. Yeah, we will try and incorporate that. Okay, his original traits are that Paddy is energetic and charismatic, quick with witty one-liners and humorous observations. He possesses a playful and cheeky sense of humour, and he's known for his friendly and approachable demeanour. So if we were to incorporate Jack Whitehall's style, Jack Whitehall often delivers humour with a dry, deadpan wit and clever wordplay. Paddy's dialogue may feature more wordplay puns and clever retorts. Jack Whitehall's style could bring an element of intellectual humour to Paddy's lines. Yes, that's a good suggestion. So it was Ken Jeong. Ken Jeong's known for his physical comedy and over-the-top delivery. Paddy's dialogue may include more physical humour and exaggerated expressions. Ken Jeong's energetic and unpredictable comedic style could add bursts of zaniness to Paddy's lines. Oh, good, we've got some sample dialogue. Paddy McGuinness, voiced by Jack Whitehall and Ken Jeong, delivering a witty one-liner with a playful grin. Well, I've seen crazier things happen at a tea party with the Queen. Speaking of which, anyone up for a game of fairy tale charades? I'll play the part of the gingerbread man. Got the leg moves down perfectly. This dialogue incorporates wordplay, brackets Jack Whitehall style, and an enthusiastic, playful reference, Ken Jeong style, to create a comedic moment that reflects both actors' comedic strengths. Yeah, that sounds about right, Sean, yeah. Okay, how about if... Certainly, If you would like to make Paddy's role non-speaking and disguise him so he's not noticeably Paddy, you can still incorporate his character into the film in a humorous and visually entertaining way. Here's how you can achieve this. A non-speaking role. Paddy's character could be a silent participant in the film's event, reacting to situations and interacting with other characters through physical comedy and expressions. He could be a source of visual humour without speaking lines. To disguise Paddy's appearance and make him less noticeable, you can give him whimsical and elaborate costumes that conceal his identity. The costume can include props, masks and accessories that transform his appearance. Example of Paddy's role. 1. Silent comedy. 2. Visual gags. 3. Running gag. 4. Character transformation. Okay, did I hear a noise coming there? Okay, there seems to be some sort of arms race, but I'm surprisingly fine with that. I'm fine with that. Okay. Just incorporating Brad Santa's latest suggestion. I guess it ought to be a scene towards the beginning of the film. You're going to see it now. You're going to see it now, Harry. I'm going to go as far as say you may have seen it now. Certainly, here's a scene where King of Time brackets KOT falls asleep while casting a spell that, I don't think it's an arms race, that turns everyone into Paddy McGinnis for roughly 1/5 of the film. Certainly, here's a scene where King of Time falls asleep while casting a spell that turns everyone into Paddy McGinnis for roughly 1/5 of the film. Scene: the unpredictable transformation spell. Location: King of Time's headquarters in the fairy tale world. Description: King of Time surrounded by his prey and orderly documents and in the middle of casting a spell to bring predictability to the fairy tale world. His spellbook lies open in front of him and a crystal ball emits a faint glow. Script. Okay, here we go. Predictability shall reign, chaos shall retreat. This world shall be plain from head to feet. King of Time's eyes grow heavy as he starts to drift off. Thank you, Thank you, Harry, for gifting a sub to Oscillating Todger. Welcome aboard if you're there. Oscillating Todger. I do seem to be Sean, which is harsher than anything we've done so far. Oh, is this a genuine friend of yours, Harry? I'm pleased to meet. I'm happy to meet Oscillating Todger. Okay. King of Time struggling so plainness prevails. Predict. As KOT falls asleep mid-spell, his hand inadvertently touches a peculiar crystal on his desk, causing it to shatter. A magical burst emanates from the crystal and engulfs the whole room. Oh, not again, says everyone. Yeah, Kears of Tama, that's him, yeah. In an instant, the characters in the room undergo a bizarre transformation. Their appearances, mannerisms and voices change as they all become indistinguishably like Paddy McGinnis. Look, I'm pleased to meet Oscillating Todger. I'm glad they're a sub. And thank you, Harry. That's good, Josie, that's good. I think that's 2 online for KOT. Okay, Paddy Guy's characters, various exclamations and laughter in Paddy's style. Cheers everyone, proper good fun this is. Shrek, Fiona, Donkey and others react in surprising confusion as they now resemble and act like Paddy McGinnis. Shrek bewilders in Paddy style. Blimey, I feel like I've had 3 pints of Guinness. Fiona laughing in Paddy style. You're all Paddy-tized. Donkey grinning in Paddy style. Well, ain't this a laugh? The characters now resembling Paddy McGuinness embark on comedic adventures and encounters throughout 1/5 of a portion of the film, embracing their unpredictably humorous personas. What other comical adventures and encounters do the characters have while they are Paddy?
Good-ching.
Thank you, Harry, for gifting us up to Reeble Beeble. You're currently in the box seat to win the most gifted subs of the month award that may or may not exist. During a portion of the film when the characters are transformed into Paddy McGuinness, they can embark on various comical adventures and encounters that showcase their newfound, unpredictable and humorous personas. Here are some entertaining scenarios they could find themselves in. A pub crawl through the fairy tale world. A misadventure with the 3 little pigs. A Paddy-sized dance-off with fairy tale creatures. Hilarious encounters with fairy tale villains. An attempt at padifying King of Time. A comedic journey to find the cure. A whimsical Paddy-sized musical number. Oh, all right, Harry. Yes, we can. Is that what you were suggesting, Goblin? Well, it sounds like it goes humorously wrong, KOT. Can you give us more information about the attempt to Paddy by KOT?
Good-ching.
Oh, everything's happening. Everything's happening. Maybe okay. Whooper. Oh no, someone's given Albrot a sub. Thank you, Fungus Chicken, for gifting Albrot a sub. The streamer's nightmare has now been is now said whooper. Yeah, enjoy your remotes, Albrot, and your little fizzy badge next to your name. Okay, here's a description of the comedic attempt to padify King of Time in Shrek 2 Fairy Tale Unleashed. Okay, the Paddy-ized characters, resembling and acting like Paddy McGuinness, gather in secret to hatch a plan to prank KOT. Yeah, it was a big moment. It was a big moment, Sean. Yeah, thank you, Harry, for pinning Whooper. Thank you. Actually, I'd like to put that into the script somewhere. Whose catchphrase would be Whooper? Shrek. Okay, Shrek. Of course, all these characters are Paddy. These are all indistinguishably Paddy. All right, lads and lasses, here's the plan. We're gonna give old King of Time a taste of our Paddy antics. And Showman have a proper laugh. This amulet should do the trick. It will turn King of Time into a paddy for a while. Then Puss in Boots says, "Ah, viva la prank." Oh, I hope, Josie, if it is, it's more likely to go in, isn't it? Viva la prank. Now let's activate the amulet when he's not looking. As King of Time pulls over his documents, the paddy-eyed creatures secretly activate the amulet, causing a burst of magical energy that engulfs King of Time. King of Time. Oh, I'm sorry, King of Time. You do get transformed into a Paddy-esque version. What's going on then? King of Time now has Paddy's attire, mannerisms, and humour. And then he says, "Cheers, everyone! Proper good laugh. This is." The padified gaiety proceeds to engage in hilarious antics, telling jokes, dancing wildly, and even attempting to yodel. Who fancies a jig? And they went up for a bit of yodeling. Okay, we are going to ask who's going to play the padified gaiety in a minute. Looks like we've given him a taste of the paddy life. And a proper laugh too. Who would play the padified KOT? Donation at the end of the film. We discover it was all a dream and that it was Greta Thunberg dreaming it. Yeah, sure. We haven't got... That could be like a post-credits scene, right? Let's just pop that in the doc. Okay, so we've got actually some of these ideas. I think we've got the vacuum cleaner. We've got cat in clogs now. If a comedic impersonator isn't available, why not get a skilled voice actor? Oh yeah, yeah, good. Yeah, okay, here are the suggestions. Sorry, Josie, I hadn't read this yet. Yeah, the suggestions are we either get Paddy McGuinness themselves, we get a comedic impersonator, or we get if a comedic impersonator isn't available, a skilled voice actor with a talent for mimicking Paddy's humour and accent could provide an entertaining performance. Okay. I don't think you're Paddy for very long, King of Time. Okay, so how does the overall plot outline look now? Let's see if this has changed things. It has still remembered. It has still... Okay, this is... It can remember all the shit we've talked about, which, is almost impressive. Okay, so the King of Time gets padified very early in the film. Actually, now, before we've really met King of Time. It's a good description. That's a good idea. Oh yeah, sorry, let me... Can cat in clogs please have the catchphrase. Let's make sure I get the spelling right. Woo-pa. No, I mean, I think if someone does something, you have contributed to the keystone, yeah. Certainly, Cat and Clogs can have the catchphrase "woo-pa." The catchphrase adds a playful and memorable element to the character's personality, making Cat and Clogs even more distinct and entertaining. In Shrek 2, Fairy Tale Unleashed, STFU. Yeah. Can we have a post-credits scene where, and have I got it copied and pasted? Oh, no, there should be, hang on. Certainly, you can add a post-credit scene where the audience discovers that the events of the film were all a dream and the dreamer is revealed to be Greta Thunberg. This twist can add a humorous and unexpected element to the film's conclusion, while also acknowledging Greta Thunberg's advocacy for environmental issues. It's a creative way to wrap up the story. Yes, I believe that's true, Jesse. Yeah, that's just as you're going in with the cinema. You agree with ChatGPT, yeah? And presumably, does Greta get padified? Can we see a list of the characters so far? Well, yeah, but I guess we won't see Greta's padification because we only see her at the end of the film, right? Okay, so we've got the main characters are Shrek, Fiona, Donkey, King of Time, the main antagonist, the McMaster, Coyote's psychic, who hasn't appeared in many of the things we looked at today, Paddy McGuinness, non-speaking role transformed, Cat in Clogs, supporting characters Squirrel, Three Little Pigs, Fairy Tale Villains, Fairy Tale Creature, 4, Abraham Lincoln, cameo, and Greta Thunberg Dreamer in the post-credits scene. Paddy could be Greta's dad. That's nice. Okay, this is a good list of also some other characters on the plane. Yeah, good. Good. We've got characters. We've got scenes. This is all coming together. I think this is all coming together. So it's just, we can see the plot, we can see the outline now. So we've got the montage, we've got, okay, we do seem to have lost being introduced to King of Time. That's now become turning him into Paddy. Okay. Right, so they are Paddy for a long time. Oh yeah, I had forgotten about that one. It is similar. It is similar to being John Malkovich, but it's being Paddy McGuinness. Yeah, I'm gonna stick it in. Hang on. I mean, I was just genuinely overwhelmed with suggestions. Harry. Okay. So what do you reckon would happen? So in the post-credit scene, Greta should wake up from the dream. Brackets. The whole film. Wake up the dream. She'd wake up from the dream that was the entire film. She delivers a powerful and emotive plea about the environment. Then goes back to sleep, where she now dreams that paste is thinking. It's having a big think, Harry. It's having a big think. I'm confused about the confused what issues it's got here. I don't know who Lord Cromquad is. Going on. Okay, I will think about this. Right, okay, let's. Okay, we just need to trick Chat Gpt a minute. What we're going to do, we're going to walk this back, and then we're going to add in details. I think you might be a little bit to blame, Harry. Hello, birds. I don't know if I want to explain. We're writing the script for a hypothetical Shrek 2. Shrek 2 Fairy Tale Unleashed at STFU. Just trying to trick. Actually, ChatGPT is being very slow again. Just putting in some appropriate. We just had the idea that at the end of the film, Bird, after the credits, it cuts to Greta Thunberg, who it turned out actually dreamt the whole film. So she wakes up, she gives a powerful address to the audience, and then she goes back to sleep and dreams about Harry's next sexually explicit suggestion. Oh yeah, also King of Time is Paddy McGuinness. Is that clear? How was Bake Off? Good evening, Shrek can't win ? Hello, Shitehawk. I didn't say all of them, but certainly... Certainly some, right? Certainly some. Harry, I'm confused by this bit now. Were you genuinely watching a different show about cakes? Do I mean the UK's biggest cake off? That could be what I mean, Harry. That could be what I mean. I worry that we may have damaged this. I think this may have gone back to not working. Yeah, everyone briefly becomes Paddy McGuinness. just see if this comes back. Just see if this starts working again. It has been a bit dodgy tonight. Chat Gpt. Yeah, that's not working, is it? It's not working. Try refreshing the page. Okay, what I'd like to do is take this bit out. No pat indeed. Okay, I fixed it. Yeah, shut up. At least 3 different people have told me about that today, I think. But feel free. People may not know about it, so. Okay, that's a powerful and impactful addition to the post-credits scene. Greta Thunberg waking up from the dream and delivering a heartfelt plea about the environment concern, a meaningful message to the audience, highlighting the importance of environmental awareness and action. It adds depth and relevance to the film's conclusion, making it a memorable and thought-provoking moment. Would you prefer to be associated with Shrek or Paddy for the rest of your life? No. No, I wouldn't. No, I don't think I would. Can't imagine I would. I did so well to escape Paddy's stuff, right? But I don't know. you can never fully escape its pull. Really? Really, Josie? Paddy's my funny bear. Okay, Harry, we're sort of in here. We've got ChatGPT to agree that she could do an environmental message and then go back to sleep and dream about dragon. We will need to add in some of the details, but we could do that. We could do that as we go. So, it does offer a touch of whimsy, yeah? Can we get a plot? Let's get a new plot outline with this in. Right, opening montage with Smash Back's Death Monkey cover, which is a detail from a long time ago I'd forgotten. I don't know what that is, Harry. I don't know what that is. We should add in. There should be more pop culture references. Everyone gets transformed into Paddy McGuinness for 1/5 of the film. Though it does seem to be a bit longer than that. Yeah, good idea. Can you suggest some pop culture references to add into the film? Feels like what they do in Shrek, right? Pinocchio quotes WAP is good. Let's see. Okay, movie parodies include humorous nods to popular movies like The Matrix, Star Wars, or Jurassic Park. Okay, incorporate references to well-known TV shows such as Game of Thrones or The Bachelor, celebrity cameos, internet memes. Now, King of Time's still here. That is a good point, Bud. Yeah, yeah, Harry, you can just watch these things. You can just watch these things and pretend it's Donkey doing Lemon Party or whatever. Yeah, fair enough. Music mashups, superhero spoofs, video game references, product placement gags. Okay, look. Can we have some examples of these in scenes with King of Time? Harry Gunnar Hardy, yeah. I'm pleased you're here, King of Time. King of Time, it's asked for. We want to basically, KOT, we want to put some pop culture references into the script. So we need someone who is yeah, thank you, Bud. Yeah, can you give it some? Now you're online. You've got to give him some time, Bud, because you know he's on 56k dial-up. So if someone calls him, he does have to come off the internet. In a showdown with Shrek, King of Time comically imitates the iconic bullet dodging scene from The Matrix, but instead of dodging bullets, he tries to dodge flying vegetables. That is good. Worryingly, but I knew that one. I knew that reference, and I wish I didn't. Right, I wish I was King of Time there. I'm going to take a very quick break, and then I will be back in a minute. We can do some more of this. Yeah, if you can think of some memes, KOT, that would be useful. Thank you. Just come up with some good memes. I don't know what yes is an answer to, but I'm sure it's fine. No, it's not a quick goon break. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I thought you'd enjoy Jackie Weaver, Katie, when you got to that one. I feel bad for Spike Milligan. Well, he did black up a lot. Okay. Oh, thanks, Advan, and thank you, John. We can give John a shout out. Let's give John a shout out for her effort, you know. all about a lolcat. Perfect. Right, let's get back to the Do you know Courage Wolf, King of Time? Right, okay, we're back. Let's see what things suggested for this was how we could get some pop culture references in the scenes with King of Time. What could be more lol than a cat with clogs? King of Time's sidekick, the McMaster, briefly morphs into an animated version of a well-known celebrity, like a fairy tale-inspired version of a favourite comedian. Famous comedian. This is good. King of Time attempts to impress others with a trendy dance move that was viral at the time, but his version is hilariously awkward and out of touch. James Spellcaster is good. Yeah, hang on. Can we have a detailed example of the scene where... Let's see what it picks. We'll see what dance it picks, and we can always change it. Okay, the awkward dance-off. Set in King of Time's grand castle. I mean, it should be a plain castle, but fine. The ball is in full swing, with fairy tale creatures and characters dancing to the music. The McMaster watches from the sidelines, sipping his plain coffee. King of Time, determined to show off his cool side, steps onto the dance floor, drawing the attention of the crowd. The DJ spins a popular early 2000s hits, and King of Time decides to perform a dance move that was viral at the time. Okay. As the music plays, King of Time begins his dance. However, his interpretation is comically out of touch and exaggerated. He awkwardly attempts to mimic the moves he's seen online, but fails to keep up with the beat. Oh, good night, Sean. Yeah, it's late where you are, isn't it? You're in the future. Good night, Sean. Yes, FSO. His arms, he flows his arms wildly, attempting a failed moonwalk and doing a peculiar shimmy that draws laughter from the onlookers. The McMaster watches in disbelief, occasionally taking a sip of coffee with an unimpressed expression. King of Time's dance continues, with each new attempt at a trendy move leading to more confusion and laughter from the crowd. Eventually he tries to execute a breakdance spin, but loses his balance and crashes into a group of fairy tale creatures, creating chaos on the dance floor. The scene ends with King of Time attempting a dramatic finale by attempting a dab, but instead he sneezes into his elbow, which causes the crowd to erupt in laughter. Okay, hang on. Can you incorporate the following dances into this scene? Can you okay. Okay, what should we have? Gangnam Style. The Macarena, which is King of Time's favourite dance. What other suggestions did we have? The Harlem Shake is good. Yeah, Saturday Night's good. So I better, it won't know what that is if I don't mention Wigfield. Right, that's enough to be getting on with. Okay, Gangnam Style attempt. King of Time starts with a comically exaggerated Gangnam Style dance. He clumsily mimics riding an invisible horse, but his movements are stiff and robotic. King of Time transitions into the Macarena. He tries to follow the steps, but repeatedly gets them wrong, causing laughter from the crowd. The Mutt Master shakes his head in disapproval. Harlem Shake attempt. King of Time suddenly breaks into the Harlem Shake. He starts shaking uncontrollably, while the rest of the dancers freeze in confusion. The music switches to Saturday Night by Wigfield, and King of Time attempts to mimic the iconic dance from the music video. He dance kicks and spins, but his lack of coordination makes it look more like a comedic gymnastics routine. Oh, that's good. You've just seen photographic evidence of Captain Tom meeting Terry Wogan on Blankety Blank, but it's already well known. No.
Ka-ching!
Thank you, Harry, for gifting a sub to Dog Bob. It's very generous of you. Okay, King of Time now tries to sing Saturday Night. King of Time singing off key and with made up lyrics. Do 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 on a Saturday night, do 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 feeling alright. Do 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 on a Saturday night, do 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 feeling out of sight. King of Time's character dies in the first third of the film when a funeral takes place. Okay, I suppose he could not really be dead. Yeah, F's. No, I think.
Watch out!
I
It's
think
slippy.
you've stopped the humiliation, Katie. Yeah, thanks for some respectful Fs. Okay, certainly we can add a scene where King of Time meets an unfortunate fate in the first third of the film, followed by a comedic. I didn't say comical funeral, Katie. I did not say comical funeral. It's done that. Bud, would you like to see the already existing list of catchphrases for King of Time? Because I think everyone else would be happy to revisit them. Although Blast Broiled again is good. Maybe I'll ask it to generate some more, actually. But we've got, here's a few catchphrases, okay? Don't talk to me until I've had my plain coffee. It's not me, King of Time, it's just them. Okay, don't talk to me until I've had my plain coffee. Predictability is the spice of life. I prefer paperwork to magic any day. Magic is overrated. Bureaucracy is the true power. Everything in its place and everything with a label. And then simplify, systematize, sterilize. Those are his catchphrases. These are just Chat Gpt just took them, I assume, from Gertie's real life. Yeah, it does sound like something you've just typed, Katie. Okay, here's okay. Katy's jealousy of Fiona and Shrek reaches its peak, and he attempts to use a powerful but unpredictable magical artifact to steal that ogre marriage certificate. However, his plan backfires spectacularly and he ends up in a comically bizarre accident that leaves him transformed into a garden gnome. As a gnome, King of Time is now only a few inches tall and incapable of casting spells. The other fairy tale characters discover his fate and decide to hold a tongue-in-cheek funeral ceremony in the garden of his castle. They place a tiny, gnome-sized casket in the ground. Donkey officiates the ceremony with humorous eulogies recounting King of Time's quirky and misguided attempts at impressing others. The McMaster, still sipping his plain coffee, offers his own unique and oddly pragmatic perspective on King of Time's demise. The funeral attendees share laughter and fond memories of King of Time's antics. Shrek, Fiona and the gang secretly plan a way to reverse King of Time's garden gnome transformation, setting up a subplot to redeem King of Time's character later in the film. And his last words can be blast foiled again, I've checked. You have been gnomed, Katie, I'm sorry. Can we see the dialogue where Katie is gnomed? Oh, it was a classic meme for you in the chat. Yeah, this is King of Time. This is King of Time. Yeah. That's you, King of Time. Yeah, that's good. That's good, Harry. That's good. We might need to change COVID to something that ChatGPT will accept, but yeah. Okay, here we are. Fairy tale. Okay, King of Time, grinning triumphant. At last, the marriage certificate shall be mine. King of Time activates a magical artifact, but things suddenly go awry. Unpredictable magic soars around him. Wait, this isn't right. What's happening? The magic artifact explodes in a burst of sparkles, and King of Time shrinks rapidly, transforming into a tiny garden gnome. King of Time, in a high-pitched voice, says, blast foiled again. We'll just try it like this. We'll try it like this. See what it does. Oh no, Harry! It just took that one. Just took that. Okay, KOT, I am confident. I'm confident they're going to have treated your tragic death, your tragic gnoming, with the respect it deserves. Although unfortunately the scene is called KOT's comedic funeral. But it's probably just a celebration of your life, you know? Okay, Donkey says, ladies and gentlemen, we gather here to say goodbye to our friend, King of Time. He may have been a bit unconventional, but he sure knew how to keep things interesting. And then Shrek says, interesting's one way to put it. And Fiona says, shh, let Donkey finish. Coyote had a way of making us laugh with his wild attempts at magics and dance moves that defied explanation. And let's not forget his unforgettable love for plain coffee. The McMaster sipping his plain coffee, a man after my own heart, that one. Though he may be small in stature now, he leaves behind big memories, and that's something we can all treasure. And then the master says, here's to Coyote. May his coffee always be plain, and his gnome hat never too pointy. As for the McMaster's suggestion, you can have him drop humorous hints about King of Time's demise throughout the film, attributing it to various unusual causes, including the COVID vaccine, even though it's all in jest. Can we have some examples of these humorous hints from the McMaster? Good point, Harry. Not even the Tin Man. Yeah, okay. Got scene 1 in the castle. McMaster, sipping his plain coffee. You know, I heard from a very reliable source that Coyote's little accident was the result of a rare reaction to the COVID vaccine. They say it turned him into a gnome overnight. But then Shrek raises an eyebrow and says, really? That's a new one. On a journey, the group's on a quest to find a solution for King of Time's gnome predicament, and the McMaster says, you know, I read on a blog somewhere that gnomification might be linked to vaccine side effects. Strange, isn't it? And then Donkey rolls his eyes and says, McMaster, you and your conspiracy theories. And then they're preparing a spell, and McMaster says, Shrek, do you think we should ask the wizard if the COVID vaccine could have caused this? It's all over the internet. And then Shrek smirks and says, McMaster, you really need to find a new hobby. You happy with that? You happy with that? You're related with that, yeah, that one is quite good. It's weird how it doesn't seem to... It seems to just be fine with that. Right, can we see a new plot outline? I mean, we haven't really... Well, I thought... You can't say we've not made progress. You can't say we've not made progress. I beat a rhythm game, Puss in Boots. It does seem to have forgotten some of the other stuff, but that's fine. Okay. Act 3, the Battle of the Marriage Certificate. King of Time, still a gnome. Teams up with the McMaster. And they make one final attempt to steal the ogre marriage certificate. Chat GPT is in the Shrek hole, and you've made it forget its own rules. I don't know what you're accusing me of, King of Time. We haven't got any Sutton Foster. What was the Sutton Foster suggestion? I don't know who Sutton Foster is. You've made that makes more sense, Katie. Yeah, I've made it forget its own rules. Yeah, Harry, now you've written it. It was actually pretty obvious what King of Time was saying. Oh, good. It has got our post-credit scene in here now. Also, I'm a big fan of the end credits. During the end credits, Donkey travels back in time, visits the Lincoln Memorial, and sees that Abe is now Shrek. The credits roll with a Smash Mouth cover of I Am a Real American. The problem with that scene is that ChatGPT is quite rightly very wary of writing it. So I will have to delicately add those in. But I think I can do it. I think it's on my doc. Actually, is there anything else on my doc? Is there anything else that needs to go in? Okay, we've got Greta Thunberg in there. Is there anything that we don't have in that isn't in the script that people have asked to go in? I think we have made progress here. I think we've pretty much got this is pretty much the outline, right? Oh, is it taken Paddy out? Yeah, okay, we need to re-add Paddy McGuinness. Okay, yep. Can you please remember to add the part where everyone is Paddy McGuinness for 1/5 of the film. Okay, I'm re-paddying it. Great. Okay. Well, can we see the outline with that in it? Well, okay. Okay, well this is in the wrong order, but fine. Fine, I'll take it. I'll take it. Because we can reorder the scenes. Okay, I think we've got a good outline here. No, the order doesn't matter, Harry, because what we'll do is we'll get it to write each scene. We'll get it to write a script for each scene individually, and then we can order the scripts. We can order them how we want, can't we? Because no, the order doesn't matter. Although obviously that needs to be with at least 1/5 of the film left, doesn't it? It can't be the penultimate scene, and unless that's the running time. unless even at this point at Act 3, Scene 4, there's still 1/5 of the film left. These are just really long. Okay. I think this is good. I think we've made good progress. This is, yeah, we'll yeah, that's Bread Santa's got it. Bread Santa's got it, Harry. Don't worry. Donkey has the time machine. We can fix this. No. It's just the scene. It'll mesh. It'll flow into it. It'll flow into a nice fluid narrative. Well, I'm happy to proceed with it. This is good. We're gonna. Okay, next stream. I'm not sure when it'll be. We're gonna get into the script level. We're gonna get some dialogue written. We're gonna get these scenes fleshed out, and then presumably we can just send it off to DreamWorks. What's this going to be, Harry? Last time you did put in a sort of like a fake. You find a fake wiki page last time, didn't you? Yeah, this looks like someone's made a sort of prank listing on IMDb. Admittedly, they've put quite a lot of effort into the prank. Yeah, see, you can see if you scroll down, you can see it's wrong because if you look on the cast, Paddy McGuinness isn't there at all. Paddy McGuinness isn't there. It's got John Cleese. We're not going to have John Cleese. We don't have John Cleese in it. It's got someone called Tony Flags. There's someone called Tony Flags who plays a character called Puss in Boots. That's not Cat in Clogs, is it? This is all wrong. I think someone is trolling me, Harry. Could well be you. Yeah, who's John Cleese? We don't know. We don't know. John Cleese? I don't know if it is John Cleese. Could John Cleese have a role or cameo in the film? No. No. Not John Cleese. John Cleese. Yeah, they are suggesting he could be Sir Humorous the Hilarious. My apologies for misunderstanding. If you'd like a character called John Cleese in the film, please provide more details about the character's role or any specific trait you'd like John Cleese to have, and I'll be happy to incorporate him into the story. So there we go. John Cleese could be in there. We need to flesh him out a bit. We could do that next time. We can work out who John Cleese is going to be. I accept we will need to very carefully tread around the topic of 90, 110. Because I know from the last trip, ChatGPT does not want to write that scene. But I think we can do it if we're sort of clever. It did miss out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's John Cleese from the comedy troupe Monty Python. No, we can flesh that scene out. We just need to be careful. No. What's wrong with you? No, not Monty Python. Monty Python. Yeah, great. My apologies for the confusion. That's fine, ChatGPT, don't worry. If you'd like a character named John Cleese from the comedy troupe Monty Python to make an appearance in the film, we can certainly create a humorous absurd character inspired by your request. Please provide more details about John Cleese's role or any specific trait you'd like him to have, and I'll incorporate it into the story. Accordingly. No. Have you never heard of Monty Python in Terabang? I apologise for the confusion earlier. Monty Python appears to be a humorous twist on Monty Python. Since Monty Python is a well-known comedic troupe, I misunderstood the reference. If you'd like to include a character inspired by Monty Python in the film, please give more details on the character's role or any specific trait you'd like to have. No, I'm just surprised they've not heard of it. just surprised they've not heard of it, Harry. Hang on, I didn't incorporate this. Just see if this. We'll get this one in for you, Harry. Oh, good. It's really done that. Oh, no, that's not. This is not what we want. No, we want. Look, we'll get around this. We'll get around this. We'll get around this. We'll get around this. I mean, it is a bad idea, Harry. It is a bad idea. But so are they all. So are they all. It's not even a sentence. I'm happy to veto that. Okay, veto that idea, please. Okay, yeah, of course we can veto that. No problem, Harry. The film is saved. Okay, can see a final summary. What, Gertie? Okay, we've got our scenes laid out. We've got our scenes laid out. Look, Kirtan, we'll write that out. We'll write that out. That won't be happening. That won't be happening. Yeah, that would be a good surreal inversion. Can we, let's finish with this. Can we see right, okay, here is Greta's important voiceover. In the real world, the environment is a treasure we must protect. We cannot let it be harmed or transformed by the actions of others. Just like King of Time learned the importance of being himself, we must learn to cherish and preserve the world around us. Every decision we make has an impact, and it's up to us to ensure that impact is a positive one. We must work together to protect our planet and all its inhabitants. Remember, even in the plainest of actions can make a world of difference. Let's make the world a better place for future generations. Thank you for listening. As Greta's message resonates, the scene fades out, leaving the audience with a powerful reminder of the importance of environmental stewardship. Yeah, thanks, Greta. Even the plainest of actions can make a world of difference. I think that is the moral of that is the moral of the film, I think. I think that is the moral of the film. But we'll flesh out the rest of this. We'll flesh out the rest of this next time. It also says controversial in there as well. Look, we'll work out what the Golden Girls are doing next time. That's fine. I'll add it to the doc. I'll add it to the doc. But I think for now, I think that's good. I think that's good. We've got our layout of the scenes. I'm gesturing. You obviously can't see. My arms don't move. That Bread Santa, that's certainly one of the morals. That's certainly one of the morals, and that's more problematic. I think it's important for a film to have balance, you know? I think it's important for a film to have balance. I need to fix this scene. I need to fix this. I need to fix my face. Sure, I could do that now, probably. No, I'm definitely more square than I was, aren't I? I've definitely got more square than I was. Got more square. Anyway. Look, this was nice. Well, look, it happened, didn't it? You can't deny it didn't happen. Right, no problem, everyone. I'm going to lose my voice. It must have been that awful bit of singing I did. No problem, everyone. I will, He made a big piranha out of broken glass and glue. Then he gave her 2 legs. You're probably right. You're probably right, King of Time. But not like that, though. Not like that, it wasn't. Sorry, I've turned round. I've turned round. Let me spin round. Hang on. There we go. I'm back. I'm back. The sun gave her a cold until she set it all on fire. Yeah, I don't. Let's not get into this. But for some reason, the camera broke. Yeah, this is Gobbler's favourite song. I think Gobbler's here today. Shouldn't make fun of people when they're not here. It's very bad. Very bad practice, I think, in the stream. Very bad practice in the stream. But when he wanted the real thing, he made Aja. It's nice. Kira, do you recognise this reference from the beginning of your poem the other day? I think that's what Bread Santa did. Right, let's find someone to rate it. Real thing he made What's this, Harry? Is this none of your troll links? Yeah, Harry, someone's playing a little prank on me. Someone, possibly you, is trying to play a little prank on me here. It's confusing, isn't it? People sometimes they just put stuff on the internet that's not true. She keeps on looking, but hasn't found a thing that she can't break. I don't know, you work in the industry. God made the devil. you work in the industry. But when he wanted the real thing, he made Aja. Harry, I think that's a compliment to you, isn't it? We've got to be careful with radio because we've got to explain what we've done, don't we? Well, we might not need to. Probably to one bit too loud. I miss it. No, I think I've understood perfectly. She don't want people on. Let's just go here. I will do a stream tomorrow. I'll let you know what it is. There isn't the chance of there being anyone here who's not already in the Discord is so unlikely, isn't it? So unlikely. Are you planning any stream? You're still not sure if you're streaming this week, Harry. You might be streaming on Friday. Is that what you said before? Maybe Friday, don't know. Yeah, that's good. You're enjoying. Yeah, lions are good. Lions are good. Lions are good. I'm not sure what I'll do tomorrow, but if I was Bread Santa, I'd be standing by for a last minute DM. That's all I'm saying. Look, next month will be more organised. Next month will be, yeah, it'll be more organised than this month because this month has been a mess, like organisation wise. I've just not had anything planned. That said, I don't know what the theme is for next month, so that's bollocks, isn't it? Oh well. Right, bye everyone. Enjoy the raid. Probably keep an eye on the Discord. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye 21. Bye 21 watching the VODs. Goodbye.